Hey guys, how's it going? You guys can tell I'm kind of busy packing, lots of it. It's the reason why I haven't had any videos out in a while. We're gonna be leaving here in a couple months, so I gotta start packing this monstrosity of awesome up and get it loaded into a truck here in a few weeks. Mainly the reason why I'm pretty much down here is to show you guys that I've got something cool that you guys should see. Yeah. My son finally got one. Yeah, he's pretty big, it's pretty heavy. I know you guys have probably been wondering what the heck has been going on because I haven't had any like recent videos or anything as of lately, but you guys can tell I've got a lot over here I gotta pack up. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going and going. Yeah, that's my entire like console system over there. I gotta pack that. But the big thing is I've just got a lot of stuff going on. I apologize for any non-reviews coming out. I'm gonna try to squeeze some stuff in here pretty soon as I'm packing things away. I've got a lot more stuff that's on the shelf over here that you guys haven't got a chance to see, but it's primarily all packed up. Lots of stuff to move. Thing is, I'm not really that floored by how I have to pack stuff because I had a feeling a lot of the stuff was going to be very difficult considering a lot of it's very old and very fragile. I don't know if you guys realize this, but when you guys get toys there, fix this. When you guys get toys that are like, you know, over 30 years old, you have to pack them up in a special way to make sure nothing happens to them. That's primarily why I got this big gigantic roll of bubble wrap. You guys know why I get bubble wrap. I mean, anyway, it's the big reason why. Like I said, I apologize for not having any videos out in a while because it's been a little bit. I admit it. I did drop Die Attacker a little while back, and you know, this has been kind of sparsed out. Normally I drop one video a week at least, and a couple times it's been almost 3 weeks. It's primarily because I was doing an editing class and I was busy editing a 35mm project. I've got the video on the site. You guys are going to go check it out. It's called Birthday Boy. It's a little odd film. It's kind of cool. Some of you guys might like it. Some of you guys be like, what kind of crack were you guys on when you did this? But I didn't write it. I just did the miniatures for it and helped out with the whole set decoration and actually building the set and constructing it. I was the supervisor for the entire construction of the whole thing, so it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I primarily really am more geared toward the art direction department when it comes to film, but to me it's like I'm gonna do what I gotta do in order to make money, and I'm hopefully going to end up get this job where I pretty much have a wood shop to my disposal, so it'll be kind of nice. But like I said, I mean, I'm gonna do stuff primarily for just my YouTube because I'm gonna run my own studio and do my own thing. I'm going to try to do conventions more often when I get moved and situated, so if you guys start seeing a lot of weird stuff like convention stuff just being popped up every now and then, it's because that's my big baby. I really like doing conventions. I enjoy it. I do want to apologize though for the MegaCon video that I'm going to be putting up. Sadly, I was sick and I only got to go 2 days, and both days I was sick, and I got home that Saturday night and could not talk. I literally had no voice, so I sadly didn't get any interviews put in, but we did get a lot of footage. I did try to do a bit of an introduction, so you guys are going to see a little teeny tiny snippet. But me and Sideburn from Transformers Realistic Pleasure, there's a plug, you need to be watching that stuff, it's great. Especially if you're really into just collecting in general. It's one of those things I honestly think you guys should probably go check out. But sadly, Sideburn isn't the biggest guy that likes to walk up and just talk to anybody, so I really don't want to pressure him too much. But the big thing is, at least we had a lot of fun. But I will try to get this video up as soon as possible. It's just been really hectic around here. I do have 2 kids I gotta pack up, as well as my girl. I gotta pack everything there. And the big thing right now is getting my collection in line. It's kind of a mess. Like I said, it's complicated. I mean, I've got books that to pack up, make sure nothing happens to these. But the big thing is, I've got boxes to stuff, but I don't have boxes to everything. That's the big thing. And sadly, you know, I mean, I'm going to put this out there, and I doubt anybody's going to do this or even help me with this, but there's certain robots I would love to have the boxes for. If you guys happen to have like extra G1 and G2 boxes just laying around that you really don't care about, even if they're like reissue boxes, because I'll take reissue boxes as well. I mean, if you guys are just looking to get rid of them, just let me know, because I could use them. Like I said, I only got a couple more months here, so it'll be a small window to be able to send them in, if you can. It'd be great if I can get some of you guys out there to help me out with getting hold of boxes to put the stuff in proper so nothing happens to it, because a lot of this stuff's very expensive. You guys have seen my collection, it's very vast. I do primarily collect out-of-box stuff, but I mean, you know, when you buy a toy and it comes in the box, I'm not going to throw out the box. But I mean, I've got rid of some stuff just recently, and I've got a few more of those items still left. Primarily, they're all like Energon and Armada figures. So if you guys are interested in any, just let me know. I've got a few left. No, I'm not getting rid of my Prime figures. I know some of you guys probably are interested in those as well, but I'm keeping those mainly because I don't mind them. I actually like the show enough that I really want to keep them. And I will be collecting the animated series, and I know that's like blasphemy for some people. As far as I'm concerned, I love it because it's humorous. That's why I like it. But my biggest focus is G1, G2, and Diaclone, because it's very difficult trying to get a hold of those. Some of those are like next to impossible to find, so I'll do like a custom version of, because I'm not going to dump $7,000 for one robot. It's just not worth it. But like I said, I'm going to be primarily packing for like the next couple months, so you guys got to bear with me with this. It's been kind of crazy. As for previous purchases, yeah, I got hold of a decent high quality version of Minerva and Ghost Shooter, so I finally got those. As far as I'm concerned, it'd be great to get hold of originals, but I'm honestly not going to really worry that much about it, because those things are just drastically crazy in price. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever try to price those, but those will eat your wallet alive, because it's insane. I did recently get in, if I can move this, decent high quality KO version of Skyhopper here that's in the Japanese colors. If you guys are interested in knowing anything about this thing, let me know. I do plan on doing reviews of Micromaster stuff here soon, because I love Micromasters. Micromasters is like my bread and butter. I love them. But, you know, I did just recently get that in. I did get quite a few people out there in the community that hooked me up with a few things for my kid, and also hooked me up with a few figures and a little bit of cash for some of the stuff that I was hawking. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is a thank you to you guys. But we did have I did have a bit of an issue. I was trying to get a sound or shockwave from a buddy of mine, but ran into a couple of issues there, and it wasn't his fault. It was just stupid stuff. But you know, the guy tried, didn't work out, whatever. But I did get cash for it, so appreciate it. Thank you, man. You work your butt off. But the big thing is, like I said, I mean, I'm going to be getting out of school here soon. I will be working in a wood shop, but I will not be sitting on my butt and not doing videos. Cause I like film. Sorry, I'm a film guy. Oh, yeah, I do want to plug good old James Rowe. Most of you guys probably don't know who I'm talking about. That's also known as the Angry Video Game Nerd. He is awesome. The guy has been working his butt off on his feature movie. And I really, really, really think you guys should check it out. If you guys have not seen anything that he's done, go to cinemassacre.com. The dude is awesome. He is one of the biggest inspirations for me because I am an independent filmmaker myself. I do a lot of solo stuff like he does, and I enjoy doing this stuff. Mainly because I work within my own element. If you don't like what I'm doing, sorry. It's how it works. I just don't want to be one of those guys that sits there and, you know, gets 20 other people to try to tell me what to do for my film. I'm going to do what I want to do with my film and my stuff. So that's how I work. I enjoy it. It's fun. Because it's just what I enjoy. And that's the whole perks of being an independent filmmaker. You can do what you want, especially if you're freelance. But I mean, I don't mind doing edits and stuff for you guys out there as well. If any of you guys need any tips or help or anything like that, let me know. Because I'm getting out of school. I mean, I've been doing this YouTube thing for it's going on what, over 2 years now, close to it. But before that, I was doing a lot of other stuff. I just never had a way of posting stuff. And honestly, at the time, I really didn't own a lot of cameras, but I didn't know how to do stuff. Take, for instance, when I was a lot younger, I used to build models a lot. And it's been a big inspiration for me, especially when it came to the whole making movies and stuff, because I grew up watching, you know, all those Star Wars and Road Warrior and Star Trek and a lot of the cheesy Godzilla movies and all that stuff, because that's primarily always been my biggest inspiration, was movies like that. But to me, it's like a lot of that stuff was practical effects. It didn't require a computer to do it all. And that's one of my biggest things. I really do not like putting all this film work in the hands of guys that build video games primarily. I mean, it's nothing against it. It's just I personally myself as a filmmaker don't find that fun, and I don't like it because to me I'm not using my head. If I just point at some guy, stand in front of a green screen, acting like 20 minutes later, you know, hire somebody else to do the work for me. I'd rather do it myself. So, you know, I do know that, you know, James, he tends to use green screen every now and then, but when he does, he brings it in only for certain aspects as a thing to improve a shot or something. He normally doesn't completely replace everything with a green screen, which is great. And when he does crazy stuff in Photoshop, slaps it together. It does look cheesy and silly, but that's the whole point, you know. If it didn't have that cheesy appeal, it wouldn't be as great as it is. And you know, I'm kind of the same way. That's why you guys, you know, when you see me do crazy little commercial snippets and stuff like that, it's something silly, something practical I can do right there in camera that I don't have to sit there and try to superimpose and bring some crazy thing in over everything and just do anything that's just off the wall. I mean, eventually I might do some crazy stuff like that in the future, but as of right now, that's probably not going to happen. I did want to let you guys know what is going on with me and why it's been a while since you've seen anything, and I know I probably should be dropping vlogs more often. I apologize for that, because a lot of you guys out there, like, you know, where's he been? What's he doing? Drops his video and he's gone. Doesn't say much. He's posting stuff on Facebook. Is he on Facebook? But where's he at? And I know it looks like I kind of took a bit of a hiatus from the podcast, but it's not really. We decided to break the podcast back to one a week. When I get moved and situated, that's going to change because I'm going to try to route everything so I can start recording audio for the audio portions, and I'll be able to do 2 podcasts a week again. Primarily because I want to take the very first podcast that I was hosting myself, and I want to turn that into more than just Transformers. We are trying to promote the tftalk.net, but I've also got guys at Collection DX that's been looking at my work as well, so I'm trying to branch out to just not do one thing, because I've got passions, like, I mean, I wouldn't mind covering die-cast Hot Wheels, well, this is a Matchbox, but stuff like this, you know. It's kind of nice to be able to just touch everything that's vintage and talk about it, because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, but a lot of the stuff doesn't really touch very many of the vintage, older, like crazy toys that most people don't even talk about. I mean, I've got an entire line of toys that nobody's ever said anything about, and soon you guys are going to see some reviews of those. I have recorded some footage for them, but I'm not completely done with them yet, and when that ends up happening, you guys are going to see more of that, because I really want to try to get that entire line out there for you guys, so you guys can check out and see that stuff and then understand what it's all about, and then maybe jump on that boat if you guys are willing to want to collect that kind of thing. I also want to just let you guys know that I am primarily going to be a vintage collector. I'm not going to be really into a lot of the newer stuff. There's some cool new stuff that comes out, but I'm not dumping the dime on it, because there's too many out there I don't have that are vintage that I can dump the dime on. If you understand my meaning. I mean, I need a Road Caesar, for God's sake. It's either Road Caesar, which is, you know, like $500, or the new Bruticus that's like around $500. So which one would you drop money on? If you're in my shoes, you're looking at Road Caesar versus the new Bruticus. Now, there's nothing against these new toys. It's just the engineering to me is just crazy, over complex. I don't need that, because to me, if I can't transform in 5 seconds, I don't need it, because it's too difficult. I'm one of these kind of guys. I got too much stuff on my mind. I'm not gonna sit here, and I mean, my son, after I had to get rid of all my movie formers, decided to go and buy this mess. This is Crankshaft, I think is his name. Can't remember. One of the movie toys turns into a Suburban. I've never transformed it, and I refused to. He decided to buy it with his dime to Acme. I was like, what are you doing, kid? But I did purchase that thing there for him back there. Mainly because I decided to get rid of some Legos that I had, and I had a ton of them. And I was like, oh, these are all new in box. I had no use for them. Trade them off, and got this bad boy. So, you guys are going to probably end up seeing reviews of those pretty soon here in the future. Just kind of give me a little bit of time. But anyhow, just want to let you guys know what's going on, and I'll catch you guys later. And this has been Plasticon. This is me signing off. Peace out, you guys.